Belvis, and I try to explain as well as much possible that I have in my English. Okay. We divided the sessions in 4 topics to have clear how kind of Dynamics 365 Business Central updates. The first one, we talk about news, marketing, and sales. The second one, how important events in the next future. Third one is technical news, and the last one is documentation and some trainings about Dynamics 365. Okay, the most important point is Q&A, that we try to resolve and answer all our questions and try to help you. Okay, the first topic, news, marketing, and sales. Okay, we want to announce that we have a new portal for the partner to manage their support. This portal that unifies technical support for Microsoft to partners, where we can request technical support and technical services and check the status of all our incidents and services with Microsoft. We can discover our benefits and activities within the Microsoft Teams, and we can also consult a brief summary with the frequently asked questions. In short, a new portal much more interactive and intuitive, dedicated only to support the partner. This is so important for our partner community. The other point, you can see these screens that I put in these slides, URLs. There are some links that you can help you in these topics. Okay, and then I want to explain a brief short introductions, but of course you can find more details about these topics. This is a video where we can see the interactive between Office 365, Dynamics 365, and LinkedIn. We can check how we can send and receive messages interchangeably, either from Office, Dynamics 365, or LinkedIn, with a single common information. In this way, we can have the history and control of relations with our contacts, along with their revenue and professional information. Together with Sales Navigator, we can have all the relationship of our contacts joined with LinkedIn. In this way, we can detect which opportunity we should prioritize, how good is our relation with our contact or future customers, and when it was our last contact with our client. This is an interesting video that you have a really demo with all these tools and solutions and applications. The other point is that this is an article where we can see how Microsoft is committed to artificial intelligence and virtual reality. These technologies are very important in the field of medicine, surgery, and in the field of health, with 3D tools and ultrasounds and so on. This is a technology field that the Microsoft has set to be a new and where it is investing many resources and time. So important in the next future, because Microsoft is put their focus in these new technologies. The next one, here you can consult and know what are the next steps of Dynamics 365 and the Power Platform. A really good solution Power Platform that is joined with Dynamics 365, and we can build a very good solutions with all of them. This way, you can predict and know the continuous updates in this roadmap. Dynamics 365 for Live delivers new capability and functionality through two major updates a year from April to October. In addition, Dynamics 365's continued updates are delivered throughout the year, providing security, reliability, and performance improvements. A very public roadmap. Here, as you can see, we started by launching Business Central as an online offering. Then, with October release, we opened an app for online, on-premise, and hybrid deployment. And going forward, our focus is on steady progress towards a modern and intelligent offering with the expected deliver called out in the picture. The April release is going to be full and further improvement and engagement, as well as exciting new capability for our customers and partner community. These are the themes that the Business Central team is taking their work against in the coming year. A modern application, acting on community feedback to enhance functionality and concentration on usability and regulatory requirements, an adaptable application service, expanding functionality in our application lifecycle management tools, making partners self-sufficient in upgrading and managing their application and customers, and in the part of an intelligent system, enriching intelligent everywhere to drive key insight to action to identify and realize this opportunity for improvement, quality, through and profitability. Here you can see all the details in this link for the next year for Business Central. The next part to explain you is the next events. One of these events is the Microsoft Flow conference. This is a group of recordings that you can see here. We leave you a series of videos where you can consult one of the most important conferences about Microsoft Flow. This is a tool linked in with Dynamics 365, you know, and will be very important in the near future within Business Central. In this conference, completely online, you can know its functionality, use examples, demos, and configuration and customization in Microsoft Flow. The other event, of course, it's the next important event, Microsoft Business Application Summit, will be held from June 10 of June. It's 2 days event. Here you try the link so you can check the events, the topics and workshops that will be help you. It's 2 full days of community building and technical learning, plus an optional pre-day including. Here you can inspired keynotes and general sessions, future Microsoft executive and special guest speakers, and breakouts and workshops ranging from 60 minutes learning sessions to hands-on deep dive, special community events where you can mix, mingle, and connect with other persons, and expansive partner spots with features, innovation, Microsoft partners, and plenty of spaces for your collaboration and network. And it's a very, very important event in the next month. Oh, sorry. Here you can find the link to do your registration. Okay, I advise you that you do as soon as possible because it's an important event. Technical news. We try in this part to some technical news. A date that we must record in our head. Next April, we will have the Dynamics 365 release available. Here we leave the links to consult the key dates for the Dynamics 365, have clear dates and anticipate the unexpected. Dynamics 365 release, keynotes, key milestones with complete details. We leave you the calendar so you can when the newest version of the application will be available, and the link for the release notes. This release note describes all the new features relation from the April 19 through September 19 for Dynamics 365 and the Power Platform, and you can preview for some future will start in February 2019. This is so important to check all the release notes that you can see all the features and all the new functionality. Here you can see all the links for all the applications around the ecosystems of Dynamics 365. This is a real map of all the links for sales, customer services, marketing, file services, project services, automations, finance and operation, retails and talent, and the Power Platform, and also the Business Central. And these topics list the future planned for the release in Microsoft Dynamics 365 Business Central. I said before, between October and March. This release notes describes functionality that may not have been released yet, delivery timelines and projected functionality, many changes or many not shipped. When a month is used in the date column, the future will be delivered sometimes with that month, and you can see all the features that it's in the release and what is the date that you can see this functionality available, and also in what region where Dynamics 365 business applications are available. The other important article that tells us about how Microsoft managed the version numbers to generate their new release. This number of versions are very important in the new development methodology to build our solutions and create our own dependencies and with the version of the correct application in Business Central. This is so important because you know that Microsoft change completely the development methodology, go into Visual Studio platform and to the AI language, and you have built your own solutions in this platform. In this article, that helps us to know all the applications for Business Central that are published in AppSource. The other important change in Business Central and Dynamics 365 ecosystems is AppSource. And then you know that you can share your application in AppSource to all the community partners and customers, sorry. In this article, we find the details of each of the applications and the partners that has developed in and the access. Then you can click in the link and goes directly to AppSource to see all the information and details about this application. Very important article to see all the verticals, all the solutions published in AppSource. Okay, the other important tool in the ecosystems of Dynamics 365 is the solution of the Power Platform, such as Power Apps, Microsoft Flow, and Power BI. Starting now with Power Apps, we leave you some links where you can check the new feature fixes and improved in Power Apps. For example, you have here some links about the Stent Dynamics 365 Entity 4 with embedded Canvas apps. The other point is new model driver for designer, build model driver apps of higher quality with solution checkers. And the other point, important point, is the model driver view designer enhancement. This is so important because you can build a mobile solutions with all the ecosystems in Dynamics 365 and Business Central also. Among the main functionalities is Microsoft Flow are new flow buttons. Now you can ask for all the following types of data for a buttons a flow with text, drop-downs, email address, files, checkbox, number, and dates. This is a flow, a solution in Microsoft, and you can build a flow connected with Dynamics Business Central or Dynamics 365 Sales or Teams and the other solutions. In this new release, another important feature is the relationship between Microsoft Flow and Teams with new triggers. Then you can see in this point that Microsoft are improving every day the Power Platform and will be a very, very good solution in the future. In the part of documentation and trainings, we can show you that here you have find the link about the guideline about Power Apps Canvas application, and then is a completely guidelines that help you to build new applications. The other point is, I know that this is not Business Central, but it's important to be clear that we are in a ecosystems in Dynamics 365, and then you can see the other important solution that is Dynamics 365 for marketing. And this is a link that how to get started with Dynamics 365 marketing. And I think that maybe in some countries marketing is available, but here in Spain it's so important to start in this new solution. And for that reason, I put here this video that it's a very good video that help us to go to marketing and to know the features about marketing. Okay, the other point and the last point is about exams and certifications. Okay, you know that now we have a certifications with Dynamics 365 customer engagement, with Dynamics 365 sales, and then here you can find and you can look what is well there are how many certifications are in now in the Dynamics 365. Okay, and okay, you know that for example we have now our QBS Academy that we can share with you all our trainings about Dynamics 365. And you can choose and do your registrations alone in QBS Academy, that you can have all the documentation and some very good trainings to prepare the exams and certifications if you want. Okay, I don't know if you have some questions and try to resolve or to answer if you want.
Yes, yeah, Javier, thank you so much for your presentation. Very good story, and I think very valuable links. I see that Ernst is, yes, he has just received a question. Ernst, could you please explain what the question is, and maybe you already have the answer?
Yeah, the question what we many times receive is how can I add my ISV solution to Business Central product line? Because you as owner of the ISV solution need to do some actions to add your solution to the Business Central product line price list. So if you have that kind of situation, please create a ticket in our service desk portal. We can help you because you need to fill in some special document, Microsoft document. And one of the requirements is that your solution needs to be certified for NFV 2018. But in that case, please create a ticket in our service desk portal. We can help you. You need to fill in again a special document, and Microsoft will add your solution to the price list as well. And I saw Javier about certification and other platform besides, of course, the QBS Academy portal is the Dynamic Learning portal. The Dynamic Learning portal, you can find a lot of information to prepare yourself for the certification. So that's another advice in this process.
Okay, thank you, Ernst. There are some questions meanwhile coming in. Javier, maybe you can answer this one. The LinkedIn feature, is that also available in the Dynamics 365 Business Central?
Not yet. Not yet. Now it's this feature is about Dynamics 365 sales or customer engagement, but not for Business Central. But I think this is now this functionality is oriented to the contacts, and then there are, you know, that we manage all the contacts in Dynamics 365 sales, But why not in the future? I think that maybe will be.
Okay, thank you. And we see a question from Mats. Is there any plans for certification for Business Central? Oh.
Not yet at the moment. As just mentioned, if your solution is certified for 2018, you can add your solution to Business Central product line as well. But Matt, do you mean a total new product in Business Central on premise? Or do you mention maybe in the app source? Could you clarify what you mean?
Maybe he's talking about exams.
Mats, if you maybe can explain your question in more detail, and of course, after the session, of course, you are free to raise any tickets to our support desk. So we are happy to answer these. Let's wait if there. And our colleague Andy is jumping in as well. Thank you so much, Andy. One other question. What about the Business Central certification exams? Are these available now? Can you answer these, Ernst? It's the question of Kapil. What about the Business Central certification exams? Are these available now? Or do you know that, perhaps, Javier?
Maybe Javier?
Sorry, what is the question? It's because I'm trying to look
the certification for Business Central. That's the question. Are they available now?
Can I jump in?
Yes.
Hello, hi everyone.
Hey, Andy.
So certification, So certification has been something that Microsoft has kept kind of hinted about it for the last year or so. And the last I got, and this was just before Christmas, when I was at Microsoft UK attending a Business Central bootcamp day together with my boss, Will McKinty. And we were categorically told that in Q1 we would get an announcement from Microsoft around the certifications. So Q1 of this calendar year. So we are in February now. I would expect this to either be going into Q2 or maybe be communicated out of the Directions Asia or Directions US, both of which are taking part in the March and May timeframe. Okay, so I would expect something to come out soon. One of the reasons why we don't have internal user rights licenses for Business Central SaaS is because of that.
Okay, thank you so much, Andy, for jumping in. Much appreciated. Meanwhile, we have some further explanation regarding to the question of Mats. And he's more meaning this certification they removed from the Dynamics NAV of a couple of years ago. Can you answer these, Ernst? It's about
certification they removed from Dynamics NAV.
Which they have removed.
Do you? Yeah, again, Matt, do you mean the certification of your own solution or certification in general? If you want, you can unmute your microphone and explain. Okay, I got my answer from Andy, so that's clear.
And just going through, I got okay, yep, okay. Thank you so much for confirming, Mats. Let's wait if there are any other questions coming in, although we are now over time, so I think we have to close this webinar. Again, feel free to raise tickets if there are any questions, and of course you can use our new partner portal. For now, I want to thank you all for participating in this webinar, and a special thanks for you, Javier. I think you have done a great job of collecting all these important data and all these links, which you of course going to share in our thank you email. And for now, I think I wish you all a great day, and I see you at the next update webinar. Thanks so much, and goodbye.
Thank you.